Good morning, people. Buenos dias. Welcome to Thailand and Tom's charts and world and life. And yes, life is good. Had a fantastic week this week. Good morning, John, my friend. Yes, life is very, very good. And just cannot complain, really. I'm doing my visa at the moment, so I'm a little bit busy. Madness. John's, yours is the way to do it, mate. Everything else is rubbish at the moment doing it. So, so we'll see. So let's get this visa out of the way anyway. Right, what are we up to? So, been out a few times this week with John and Jim and Steve in Valley View. Good morning, Steve. See you later. Be up there later. And just do a bit of screen sharing here. Set this up. This is the trouble when you've got too many monitors. And you wake up late. I woke up late today, dramatically. So, here we go. Here's the show this week. Pictures of the week. Climate, markets, BTC, metals, news, water park, Kara's update, Nomad life. Yeah. So, life is good, really. So this week, yes, we started off at Valley View. This was us last Sunday. I had the fish and chips. Was absolutely handsome, my fish and chips. Jim had the lamb and the pork. And he had put the gravy on afterwards. And that was the four of us up there last week. We had a great time in Valley View. And then we went off to the water park on the Monday. And Anna had a fantastic time at the water park. And as you can see, this is around the water park, really nice. It's got like a massive wedding venue there. Anna goes, oh, I like that. I thought, you ain't getting married there. And this is the collage on the left-hand side of the water park. And on the right-hand side, it's Jim and me. We're at Casa Pascual. We went up there last week, one day. And then another day we went to Prime Burger, it looks like. Yep, went to Prime Burger. We had a superb meal in Prime Burger. Lovely burgers there. And after Prime Burger, well, you had to have an Haagen-Dazs. And the Haagen-Dazs was amazing. But that Haagen-Dazs is really expensive for Thailand. I'm not worried about the money or 155 baht for a scoop of ice cream, but I just think it's expensive for a scoop of ice cream. And then Peaky Blinders. And, of course, we had to have the fillet steak. That was John. I think John had the fillet steak this week. Was it John? I can't remember now. One of us had fillet steak. That was a fillet. I thought that looks really nice. That looks really delicate on the plate. Very, very pleasant. And then Jim had the chicken roulade. And that looked very nice as well. But those meals too big for me. And that was the group of us last Friday. So that was the Friday group, just a few of us. And then I had to collect some paperwork for my visa. So saw this police van, and the police are cracking down here now. There's no two ways. They are deporting people. And so there's the van. I just put my fingers up and thumbs up. Really, our group's got nothing to worry about. Nothing at all. Good morning, Robert. Oh, Robert's there somewhere. And I was going to send this photograph to as part of my visa application. So that's my beautiful wife in a clam hunting outfit and a Pridely clam killer, but I didn't send it. And then we was in Froshella another day. This was very, very pleasant. Lovely Thai food there. And AJ, lovely AJ and Pry, we had a bit of a laugh there. Pry was happy because she had a beer. And then Anna took Anna for out after school one day, took her for a pizza. And she had a great pizza there. Meanwhile, there's still a lot of people terrified staying at home watching the mainstream media. And this was a terrible accident. 8 people killed here, all wrapped up on the road. Just got to be so careful on the roads here. And this is me doing another part of my wedding. Well, wedding. This is renewing my marriage certificate for another year. Yeah. So that's Mummy, and that's me. And we have to go and renew our wedding every year. Say, are we going to be married for another year? And we said, yes, we'll do another year together. So Pride does all the visa, not me. And then Valley View, as I say, does car hire as well. 2 weeks car hire, 8,000 baht for 2 weeks. And he will deliver it and pick it up from Pattaya or John TM. I think that's really reasonable for 2 weeks, 8,000 baht. And then, of course, last Sunday, this was the lovely Meow. No, sorry, not Meow. This was AJ. Sorry, AJ. AJ and John having a lovely meal. And the boys just having meals for the week. I say Valley View, and that's where I'll be going today. Don't forget, if you need to contact me, you can use Line. Just scan the QR code and you will connect with me. On the left-hand side, if you need pharmaceuticals, you can't get out, you're struggling because you're at home, that QR code is great for ordering and getting even free medical advice on the phone. And on the right-hand side, that's what a few of us use for insurance. And you can always contact this guy here, which is Hammer Insurance, Michael Hammer, at hotmail.com. And he will get you a quote. And it's very reasonable, this life insurance. And anyway, for all the expert links, health cover, visas, driving licenses, and more, just go down to the description. And you've got all the experts down there, so you won't have to rely on me. And I've even put precious metal links in there as well for America, UK. Very good if you want all the precious metals and preserve your wealth. And don't forget, the scammers are out there. I've had to report more scammers this week. I think it's becoming a favourite pastime of mine. So I reported 2 of those this week for illegally trying to give legal advice in Thailand. You can't do it when you're a Phayun. So what you see today, none of this is legal advice. It's just me having a bit of fun with you guys. And that's what it should be, you know, because life is good. Life is orange. Do you think I'm getting whiter? I'm getting whiter and whiter. Honestly, my mother's really worried about me. She thinks I've got cancer. I haven't, by the way. But she's, oh, Tom, I've never seen you so white. The truth is, Mum, I just find it so hard coming out in the sun. It drains me when the sun's out. It's very hard. But anyway, this time of year, August, we don't really get a lot of sun anyway in August. So you have to excuse my eyes going everywhere. My eyes going everywhere because I'm looking at various screens where I woke up late. Oh, my God. Well, here we go. So this is what the beaches look like in the rainy season, which is nice. And there's not a lot of weather going on. These are storms, like monsoon storms and tropical storms. And as you can see, we've got one over the north of Thailand, but we really haven't got a lot going on at the moment. And that's what every day is just cloudy. You might get a spit of rain, but it's nothing dramatic. And it's like 30 degrees, very pleasant. The outlook, this is the outlook for the month. So we're looking at the temperatures of between, 34 coming down to 25. I can't remember the last time I had a 34-degree day here, though, where we live here. Most of our days are like 31 at the most. And, this happened in the news this week. The guy on the left-hand side, an African gentleman, been here on overstay for 4 years. So he came here when he was 22. So he probably come here as a camel, I'd imagine. So he's been here on an overstay, and police done a police check, chase rather. They chased him, tracked him down, went to his apartment, found cocaine, and you know what's going to happen when he gets into the old Bangkok hotel. A lot of those boys are in there for life. They haven't seen a woman in a long time. So they say to him, "You a virgin?" No, he says. And the inmate says, "I think you are." Yeah. On the right-hand side, the Thai authorities are stamping down on money laundering. I don't really say you can money launder in this day and age because money has to go from account to account unless you've got a cash business. But they're trying to clamp down on it. This is all part of the new digital currency, no doubt. So you can take 50,000 baht in and out of the country in Thai baht. Fiat currency, so that means any other type of currency like dollars, yen, or anything else. Anything above $15,000 you must declare. If not, you get fined 10%. Keep your eye on that if you're coming over here, you know, because me and Pryor, when we come here 3 years ago, we brought in a lot more than that in cash. Yep. As we all know, it's government chaos at the moment in the government here, and this is the trouble with weed. If you get a bad dose of weed, it can make it go off your nut a little bit, you know. And this German here is out in his balcony in his underpants, and this is not helping the case for the guys who want to have weed here, guys. I really tell you, they're banning it. You know, he's about 8 floors up. He's standing on the balcony, threatening to throw himself off. In another photograph, he actually removes his bottoms. You know, so he obviously needs some mental health of some sort. The elephant is doing very, very well, and he's very, very happy. And Cara, she has raised all her money, so that's really, really good. She's raised the money. I think she's now out of hospital. And the reason why I put the notice on the left-hand side, unless you've got something nice to say, keep your mouth shut, is because last week, it's very rarely I get bad comments in my message section or comment section. I had to go on last week and delete 7 comments from people. What's the matter with you? It's his mum. You know, straighten your life out. So that was it, really. So I really wish Cara all the best. And Cara, if you buy another machine, do yourself a favour. Buy the 4-wheel version. I bought Anna and Pryor 4-wheel version, and they are very, very stable. Very stable. And I wish her all the best, and Chuck and Paige and everybody. You know, Joe Gift, everybody, all the people who've been given a lot of shit lately. They don't need it. You know, life ain't easy. Life's definitely not easy when it's your mum. Right, charts. Probably beginning. Just remember. Oh well, you don't ugly mug in the corner, do you? Just remember, I'm not a financial advisor. So this is not financial advice. It's just a little bit of financial education. They don't teach you this at school. You've all got to trade and do what you do individually. I'm not saying what I do is right. I'm not saying what other people are doing is right. But you just got to do what's right for you. So you need to do your own research. You know, and John, who's in the chat, would probably totally agree with this. And Robert likes property. John likes shares. That does pays dividends, which is great, you know. Good morning. How are you? Simply Easy. How you doing? Anyway, so these are the charts. Yeah. So this is the exchange rate. So this is the way I trade. Yeah. So I buy on bottoms and sell on peaks. That's exactly what I do because I know how to read the charts. Learning to read the charts is the best thing you'll ever learn in your life. And I even do this on exchanging the money.
every month. You know, I don't just go, the 5th of every month, change money. Yeah, you could do that, and that's fine, and it will work out to an average. But the way I do it, I'm always gonna hit a peak, and I will show you this as we go through the money exchanges. So the US dollar against the Thai baht, and the boys can back me up on this because I sent this out on Friday. I changed my money on Friday. So that was the highest time of the week. That's exactly where I changed the money over. I actually said to him in the restaurant on Friday, I'm going to go home on Friday and I'm going to change money. So will I change money today? Well, it's over 34. But really, I'd wait for this to rebound. I wouldn't change money today because it's too low, you know. This little arrow on the right or left is telling you when the market's open, what direction the exchange rate is going to go. So on the US dollar, it's going to go up. On the Canadian dollar, it's going to go down. So I don't know what's going on in Canada at the moment, but they are struggling. They're bubbling along. It will go back up again this week, guys, but I wouldn't change it over like on today or Monday or Tuesday. Australian dollar, again, that's fallen off. So for my Australian brethren, this is just falling off and it's going down. It looks like it's going to go down again on Monday. That should bounce back up on Monday towards the end of the day. Looking at this chart, because this is the way the charts work. You can read them that well. It's so easy when the charts are set up this way. But if the blue line is below the red line, you know that the chart is going to go. It's going to go carry on going down on Monday. New Zealand dollar, that's going down as well. But again, that will rebound, you know. So there's support at 21. So anything above 21, if you want to take your money at there, you can do. The Swiss franc for my friend Andrea. Well, although that's coming down, it's hit the moving average and bounced straight off of it. So it looks like to me the Swiss franc is going back up again. Even though it's below the blue here, that should turn around quite quickly on Monday. 39. It was 40 the other week, wasn't it? So, this is the monopoly currency, the euro versus the Thai baht, and that is going down, and it looks like it's going to go down on Monday. So that should come down to at least this level. So it looks like it's going to come down to about 38.08 or whatever. I'd be looking to change at 38.71. I'll be looking to change it that. Yeah. And then the pound's going down, and I'd be looking to get anything above 44 because this could be going lower because the UK economy is not in a good shape. Crude oil, this is quite worrying, the crude oil. The crude oil's gone up again. It's gone up like 20% in the last month. And what concerns me about this is telling me there's more inflation on the way. Crude oil is always the lead indicator. Crude oil and gold are the two leading indicators to tell you more inflation's on the way. So all this bullshit about, it's coming down. It looks like we're heading for a second wave here. But this is a lagging indicator, so this won't kick in straight away. I'm just saying there's more on the way. We're not out of the woods yet. Natural gas, as I said, this is a massive holding for me now. It's about 1/3 of my total portfolio. It's 1/3 of my portfolio pot. And I bought this at 3. I originally bought it at 2, just over 2. I cashed out of it at 2.9, and then I went back in at 2.64. So I'm sitting there until we get to $3. Then I'll see if I'm going to take profit or whether I'm going to stay in. Gold just hasn't really. Gold went over $2,000 in the week. There has been a swing on about $50 during the week, but again, this is bubbling along above the moving average. This is telling me it's going up on Monday, and this is all because of people borrowing too much money. Silver, that's saying the same. So you could have a good rebound on the silver. Platinum, well, I love platinum for swing trading. And again, this is telling me on Monday we are going higher. Palladium, you'll see these two circles over here. This is when we was at the water park. I bought down here, sold up there, nicked a bit of profit. Very nice while I was at the water park. So the guys just going, oh, we'll look after the cabana. We'll look after the cabana. I said, don't worry, I'm trading. So, but I didn't cash out the water park. I actually bought down here, cashed out 3 hours later, made a nice profit and, paid for the day out, as you do. And then later down here, my dear Anna done her first trade. So what I've done is I've put 50,000 US dollars into a separate trading account for Anna. And this is her first trade. The money was just sitting there anyway. So I just said, right, I'm going to put the money into that. So this is her first trade. She's actually bought $50,000 worth of palladium at 1227. She could have taken profit on Friday and made like $1,200. But we're not. She's still in it. And she's still around about the $1,200 mark looking at this, I'd say. So, but she wants more. And I'm just trying to teach her that greed's not good. I'm not saying she should have taken the profit there, but it still wouldn't have hurt her for her first trade to make, like $1,200 in a very short period of time. And the reason why I'm training Anna to be a trader is because if she doesn't work for anyone, I'm not upset. If she doesn't go to university, I don't care. If she can read these charts, she can make money all her life. And this was my trade on Monday. So I come in here. We was at the water park. We come in. I come into this in the afternoon, and I came out here. Profit was like $28 an ounce I bought, and I made a profit in one day, in 3 hours, of 2.25%. Cool, you wouldn't mind getting that on a daily basis, would you? BTC needs to hold above 27.5. It's bubbling up and down, but to be honest with you, that's what Bitcoin does at the moment. Nasdaq, well, it should rebound off this. So although it looks like it's going to go down on Monday, that will rebound. And this is the recession watch. So this is where I believe we are. We are here at the moment, and I will move this line along as we get there, as we get closer to the recession. There's going to be, as far as I'm going to say, there's going to be no recession for at least another year. So all the news saying there's going to be recession in the next year, I can't see it. I just can't see it within this until the Fed cut. Once the Fed cuts, then there should be a recession afterwards, but not at the moment. And this is the S&P on a long chart. Now, normally, guys, I don't show you these charts, but this chart is over a 3-year period because this is not a chart. This is not a trading chart. This is a chart which just shows you where the S&P 500 is going. And I would say to you guys, if you're in the S&P 500, for me, it's too late because at the moment it's up to, what is it, 14533. It's too late for me to go. I'm only going to nick $200 worth of profit, and it's just not worth my while. It's too much money to have wrapped up for a long time. So when I'm looking at this chart here, this chart looks like it's going to peak at, and I'm going to give you the figure, 4,763. As soon as the S&P hits that, look for a dramatic drop on this chart. Because once it gets to that level, for myself personally, because I'm not greedy, I'll be looking at 476. So I'll be looking at 4760, and I would cash out of everything in the S&P 500 because you're going to get absolutely smashed there. And this is the problem you've got. Is the US government is just borrowing money like and printing money like there is tomorrow. So over the last month, since they've done sorted out how much money they can print, here you go. Like Janet Yellen, she's created another like 1.8 trillions worth of debt what someone's got to pay for. And these are the interest payments. These interest payments are nearly $1 trillion a year. That's bigger than the social security, nearly as big as the social security budget, and it's bigger than the US defense budget. Up to 32 trillion, 32.6 trillion. That is crazy figures. That is unsustainable. Right, the US dollar, that took a bit of an hammering on Friday because people are trying to drive it down. But it's still come down to like 101. It's still in 101 and it's going back up. I see this going back up. Never bet against the US dollar. I see this going higher, the US dollar. You can trade on it, but I don't trade on this. This is just an indicator for me. And Exodus pyramid, gold at the bottom, paper money above, treasury bills, and everything above. I don't have. I don't have none of that above that at all. Real estate. I don't know why real estate is up there because it shouldn't be there. But I might have to do my own pyramid because real estate, if you own it outright, that's as good as gold or paper money. Again, not a financial advisor. There you go. It's just the way it is. So that's my bit of advice for the week. Bit of a quick show today. How are you, John? Looking forward to seeing you on... you coming down today? Yes, he says. I think I saw it in the chat that he said he was going to go in. He's in the garden. What have you learned about solar power in Thailand? Me. I would definitely have solar power in Thailand. I'm definitely looking at it. So when we do build eventually on the land, I'm going to have solar power. But I would go for 10 kilowatt. A lot of guys go for like 5 or less or 3. I would go for a minimum of 10 and I'd probably end up going for 15 because the price difference isn't a lot of difference. And if you go to 15, you can more or less be self-sufficient on that one, Wally. Yeah, I really like solar power. I think it's the way forward because that really is true technology. That's real true technology moving forward. The one thing I would do though is I wouldn't plug it into the mains. So when I've had solar power before, I have not plugged it into the mains because I don't give anything back to the governments or the corporations. So it's just the way I am. But I do like solar power. Yeah. I'd go for a minimum of 10. I'm actually been looking at 15 and I think 17.5, but the 15 is not a lot dearer, John. I do like that. It's got to be done. Yeah. Battery storage, yeah, exactly. Yeah, the battery's not that bad though, because the batteries have come down in price because of our mate Elon. So, the batteries have you can get these really big storage batteries. They're about 1 meter wide and 30 centimeters across, and they stand at about 70 centimeters. Yeah, I think it's the way to go, really. I don't think you can rely on the government or corporations. They don't give a fuck about us. And that makes no difference whether you're left or right. They don't care. The corporations are just in it for greed. And the governments, they because they've never had real jobs, most of them, they don't really understand. They just think we're all living the dream. They don't realise there's real poverty out there. Anyway, guys, 80,000 with battery for 15 and 80,000. Is that 80,000? 80,000 baht or 80,000? 80,000 sounds quite cheap. That does. Yeah, when I looked at the 15, it was about 300. This is in baht, 350,000, I believe, for 15 kilowatt. And that was with the batteries. The batteries are most of the batteries come from China anyway, but they've got some really good batteries on Lazada, and they go for about 50,000 for the batteries. But these batteries are the bollocks because obviously in the daytime they're just charging, and you need roughly about 32 panels for that. I do like solar. Are you having solar, John, on your house? You having solar?
Oh, God. This is hot today. It's very warm. Anyway, that's about it for this week. I hope everybody has a fantastic week, and I will catch up with a few of my amigos later. And until then, live small and dream big. Adios, Santiago. I will see you on Friday or Saturday. Hasta luego, amigo. If you need anything, give me a line.